back. It's a Wedge Radio show. Someone's calling in. Caller, you are on the air. You're on the Wedge Radio show. I'm talking to you.
What's up, baby? I'm sorry, I had to turn off the radio. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. This is Dan Haight.
Dan
Dan the man. Yeah,
Dan the man.
Give a buzz in and give a couple of comments there on the, couple of topics you guys were talking about.
Okay.
First of all, Carly Rae Jepsen, I got to be frank with you. That song is the song you can tell they're going to be playing that horrible thing all summer.
Oh, yeah,
like
probably.
The first time you heard Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, you're like, oh, that's awful. They're just never going to stop playing it.
Well, that sucks. I don't want to hear that all summer.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's got that horrible ring to it. Second piece of this is that cop you mentioned earlier who's trying to get a date by pulling women over. Maybe you should try eHarmony. They keep breaking into your shows with the commercials, so maybe you should just give them a shot. Try eHarmony. Maybe they'll be pulling women over for sex.
You know, if I wanted to attract tweens, I would totally play that song in my car.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you play it from your ice cream truck.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally keep forgetting about that.
Precisely. I actually fell out of a moving car when I was 4, so I can somewhat relate to that poor kid. But my story was entirely different.
How old were you?
I was 4 years old. Jeez.
Whoa.
Oh, you were 4. So.
And my mom had this rust bucket Dodge Aspen, and she pulled out into traffic one day, and I was leaning against the door, and the door popped open, and I actually rolled out into traffic.
That's kind of awesome.
You don't actually have to be high for your children to roll out into traffic, is all I'm saying.
She just had to lighten her load.
Yeah, I'll tell you
you're
what.
Gross.
That was an interesting one to explain to my dad.
But awesome.
No, it was a retroactive abortion. It was a retroactive abortion.
Oh, one way or another, it works.
So Daniel, is it
yes,
Haight?
What?
Your last name?
What? Haight. Dan Haight, dude.
Dan Haight. Sorry about that. So you're calling in to talk about your you have a book that's coming out.
Oh yeah, no, actually it is already out.
It's already out.
And so, yep, oh yeah, it's been out since November. So it's been my pleasure to speak to you gents like yourself about it and kind of just rap about some of the different concepts about sea setting and things like that. It's a science fiction novel, and it's given me the opportunity to kind of call in and rap with different people and talk about different topics, science fiction related and things like that. But I've been listening to the show all night, and I wanted to wish the both of you a happy 518th show.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I baked you a little hostess cake.
You can't bake those.
I don't know. I did it anyway.
Good, 'cause I'm hungry.
Dude,
the ding dong is nice and melty now.
That sounded really bad, but it sounds so good.
you want that ding dong in your mouth.
I really do.
You sick fuck.
Well, hey, man, just call me maybe.
So, to tell you the truth, I always I'm not too keen on novels for the most part. Like I'm more of journalistic writings, but there are a few novels out there that I would say just kind of sucked me in, and I've never even attempted to read a sci-fi book or anything for some reason.
Yeah.
How does
that's totally cool.
Yeah, no, I was just saying for someone who doesn't who might not read sci-fi for the most part, because you kind of get that stigma that it might be kind of nerdish or anything like that. How would you kind of explain what your book is like not a synopsis of what your book's about, but kind of some ideas that might relate to them?
Right. Yeah, and that's totally cool, dude. Because actually, there's actually one cool thing that's actually coming out about the book that I really find gratifying is that people who are not novel readers, people who are not science fiction fans, are coming up to me and going, God, I really love this. I don't like science fiction. I don't like reading novels, but I like what you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a minute. We're actually pausing for an eHarmony station break. There we go. Thank you, dear. But the point is that, okay, we're back. So the point is that this is a novel that people are going to dig who are interested in topics like addiction and recovery, people who were screwballs as teenagers. I think we all were. We can relate to that on some level.
I still am.
We're interested in pirates. If we're interested in ocean issues, being down there in SoCal, the book takes place off the coast of Los Angeles. issues of like if you were dug the Hunger Games, even though you don't like novels, things like that, you'll find there's a lot of I would say easily relatable, easily assimilated ideas without it being too strange or too far out or being too something that you really have to invest a lot of time in getting hip to.
Because I always felt like some of my favorite books are the ones that seem to kind of stand out to me, are the ones where it was more about kind of like this human like existence that we all have. We all have the same kind of like we all relate because we're human beings, and I feel like when you get to like comic books or even sci-fi, that some of the people who are making that want to make it exclusive. Because there's something about it being exclusive, like the exclusivity about it, and so when I dig what you're saying, man, and I don't like that. I find that to be something that really turns me off about science fiction, even though I love it. Is that I think it has to be made accessible, and the problem with unfortunately, and if I can just put my nerd hat on for a second, when you're dealing with people who have been excluded from every other major group in their life, and they go off and they make their own group. They don't make that group inclusive. So they just make their own little universe, and no, you can't play in it, and that's how I will feel superior to you. And that's why no one ever explains how to play like D&D. I'm like, I don't understand the rules. Like, well, then you'll never get it.
You don't understand, man, because you don't understand. You don't love it the way I do, man.
You weren't there from the beginning.
No, I know, and I don't subscribe to the idea that it should be exclusive. So I really try to make this a novel that sucks you in from the very first page. I tell people, and you can go to my website, flotillaonline.com. You can read the first 3 chapters for free. And I tell people, look, just give it the first 2 pages. If you don't like it in the first 2 pages, put it down. And people are just jumping right on board, and I'll take the Pepsi challenge. I wanted to make a book that was fun to read, and I think I've succeeded. I'm really happy about that.
That's great. I'm gonna totally like check this out because like I always like when they give you like even if it's like the first couple pages or even like the prologue, it's nice to get like something for like not I don't want to say for free, but it lets you in. It's like a trailer for a movie. I mean like have you ever seen the commercial for a book like on TV? It's the most awkward thing ever. Because I don't think they know how to advertise it.
Yeah, it's interesting you mention that because I actually did make a book trailer for the movie or for the book, and you can check that out too. But yeah, no, I completely understand. I was not really into it, but my friends kept going, "No, you have to have a book trailer," so I made one. So yeah, no, if you go to flotillaonline.com, you'll see the first 3 chapters. The book trailer's there. You also have the ability to connect with the online communities, because honestly this book is attracting a worldwide audience. I've got people from Indonesia, Nigeria, South Africa are jumping on board, snapping up copies, and they all want to talk to me about it. So it's been really an interesting experience.
I think I spelt it wrong.
FLOTILLAONLINE, flotillaonline.com.
You spelled
Keep
it
in mind,
right.
I'm watching you.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. I want to try to find the video. I want to see this video.
Yeah, dig it. So
right here. Yeah, the book trailer.
Yeah, you'll see that.
Because like all the book trailers I've seen is like Dean Koontz, and it's like a picture of like the forest and someone describing what the book's about.
Should be somebody reading the book.
Yep. Oh, there you go with the music. It's all over now.
What's 2 minutes? That's a long. That's a decent trailer. Actually, no. Isn't it okay? There's
a world where Wedge is watching YouTube on the radio.
Okay, there's a teaser. A teaser is less than 2 minutes, and the trailer is actually 2 minutes or more. And you just passed it by 2 seconds.
The adventure begins.
It's the end of the world. I'm not even paying attention to this. You can turn it off. So, like, okay, what kind of influences would you say, like, if you had with other books that would relate, maybe bring someone around to picking up a copy of your book?
I would say that my influences are pretty broad. I love Chuck Palahniuk. I love Hunter S. Thompson. I love William Gibson and people like that. And yet I wrote this book that's essentially what boils down to is safe enough for children to read. So don't freak out there. But I mean, like when you think like Hunger Games level of writing, there's nothing really blue about it. So there's a tip of a cap to people like Harper Lee and Jean Craighead. Oh God, what's her last name? Jean Craighead, the person who wrote My Side of the Mountain, she just died last month. So I can't think of her last name. I feel terrible about that now. But so a number of different influences that I try to pull together, and I really try not to be too I can try to find my voice, but also kind of be a filter for some of the other great authors I've read over the years.
Mm-hmm. It's Jean Craighead George.
There you go. Thank you.
That's because it's a first name.
I read that book when I was I know, it was freaking me out. I don't love this book, but I can't think of her name.
Maybe after that guy who made peanut butter. What was his name?
George Washington Carver.
Yeah.
So?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, yeah, Jimmy Carter made peanut butter. He was hammering a nail. He was just building some in the house when he accidentally smashed his peanuts.
Oh jeez.
No, that's the stupidest joke ever. I'm ashamed of that one, as I should be.
Habitat against humanity.
Mm-hmm. So now, as for where does this you said where the book takes place? It's called Flotilla. Mm-hmm. And it's what looks like an underwater romp.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
So they're fish farming, right? So they're doing mariculture out in the open ocean. They're raising fish.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of their duties there is to obviously tend to the fish and maintain the pens that are holding the fish in place and protecting them from the rest of the ocean. So I talk about that a little bit. There's, a variety of technologies out there. They call that mariculture or aquaculture. Take your pick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could check out the Facebook page, which is also on Facebook/Flotilla Online, from time to time you'll actually see some news updates from different places around the world where people are actually using that technology right now.
Oh, cool. Are you a marine biologist?
Am I a what?
A marine biologist by chance?
No, unfortunately not. I'm an IT guy.
IT guy. Oh.
Yeah, I was in a staff meeting one day, and I was like, wouldn't it be great if I had a job besides this? And I just started thinking about, what a cool open ocean. Now, how would they do that? And, all these kind of what-if questions of, this kid live on the ocean. Well, why would he live there? Who would he interact with? Why was he not on land? Blah,
and
blah,
where
blah.
did Kevin Costner come from?
Doing kind of by asking what-if questions like that and then just going from there, I enjoy doing kind of the universe building of novels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are always fun when you have when everything seems more or less brand new when you're coming into this world, and it's you are a visitor here just to check it out, and the story unravels in front of you.
Right, exactly, but not to make it so unreasonable or so weird that people can't connect with it.
I felt kind of bad because when the thing came up, I thought I hit the website wrong, because when I think sci-fi, I automatically think future. I think future and space.
Yeah.
Right. And this honestly, quite honestly, is a really more of a predictable future versus they're actually going to conquer some of these major technology hurdles that they have with space exploration right now. Wedge, you and I hang out on a specific computer network. People are really into, different space exploration issues, and they very candidly talk about the challenges they suffer there. But this, on the other hand, is a very believable future, very predictable. All the technology of this universe exists already. There's no reason people can't put to sea and start raising fish right now if they want to.
That's crazy. I'm thinking wouldn't it be if you're talking about a predictable future and you get one thing wrong, wouldn't that just now people are like, oh, this book doesn't relate anymore.
Okay, listen, babe, don't start hating on it. Joe didn't exactly build the right TIE Fighter engine either. Okay, just shut up.
Well, Dan, thank you for calling in. I'm gonna post something.
Absolutely.
I'm going to post something on Twitter. I'm going to try to, I'll put if you want, I'll put something on the webpage, like a link to the website for Flotilla.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And, quid pro quo, everything like that.
Yeah, and just to let everyone know, I really appreciate them coming to check it out. And because it's a SoCal thing, I think people will dig it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also kind of a really cool science fiction. It's also a funny book. People are loving the scenes, and people are coming back and telling me that they're actually laughing out loud when they're reading it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm connecting with people. They love it. They're immediately coming back over the head and coming back to me and beating me over the head to write the sequel. So I think I got something good, and I'm really happy to share that with people.
And when you get the sequel, let me know. Call and maybe have you come in on the show.
Absolutely. But only if you promise to talk about Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, we will.
Call me maybe. Call me maybe.
Everybody being that ding dong with you,
I
too.
tweeted it to you anyway, man. That girl is like jailbait if jailbait was 40.
Oh, serious?
So we have to go on to we have to go to commercial. Thanks again. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to buy a hard copy.
Excellent.
So I can give it to.
And
no,
I'm going to sign
you know
for you, babe.
Would you rather have a hard copy being sold or someone's like buying it on the Kindle? Because I mean, if someone buys on the Kindle or like on their tablet, they can't just give that book to somebody else.
You know what? I don't have a preference, dude. If whatever you feel, right? If you want the hard copy, then I can sign it. I haven't figured out a way to sign a Kindle yet. So, call it what
No,
you
just
will.
ruin it. It's like, here's $400 and you write your name on it. Plug it in, always keep it on. Now you have a nice little mantle thing.
Kindle was signed by Suzanne Collins, the writer of Hunger Games. She wrote all over the screen. I can't read any of her books now.
No, you're pretending to flip a page just to read around it.
I know, I'm just angry at her.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
You
All
too.
right, you
Thanks
too.
for letting me call in.
And it's Flotilla Online, FLOTILLA online.com. We'll be right back.